Normally, walking around with headphones in is a way of closing yourself off from the world, withdrawing. But in Edinburgh this year, there's a spate of shows that are using MP3 players to make you interact with them theatrically, and even in some cases, become an actor. First up is Suspicious Package, an interactive noir, where the audience become the cast. Each of us takes a part: the showgirl, the producer, the detective, in this case me, and so on. Our stage is Edinburgh's Grassmarket, and the MP3 players are there to get us in the mood with some noirish music and provide us with instructions.
Welcome to Suspicious Package, where you become the noir. Please do your best to follow instructions as they are given and to appear when and where you are told.
Hey, that guy with the briefcase. That's him. What's he got there? Suspicious. Better keep an eye on him. Where's he going? That's not where we were meeting.
You get really into it, and I felt, after a while, quite happy running through the Grassmarket with a silly hat on, pretending to follow this man. It also very neatly gets around the fact that the average Edinburgh audience is really, really small. You only need 6 people for it, so it's great. It's almost like the perfect show. You don't need to get lots of people. Brace yourself, folks. Here comes Detective Danny's first big scene.
You want something?
That sugar stuff will kill you. You're the guy with a problem. Is it dames or money?
Both. I got a dame who's costing me.
Every now and again a map pops up, and you have to find your way to a specific location and perform a scene with one of the other 5 audience members / actors.
A private detective? Who hired you?
You're old enough to work a crossword puzzle, aren't you? Ain't you? Probably, ain't you?
I wouldn't want to get her in trouble.
And finally, the big showdown, where frankly, I gave what can only be described as an acting masterclass. Put that down, honey. This isn't sweetener, sweetheart. It's cyanide.
What?
What?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Is that the end? You really get into it. You get kind of locked into it. I think because everything is blocked out through the headphones, you do kind of forget for a moment that you're in Edinburgh, and you actually do strangely enter this film noir fantasy, and you've got all these voices going on in your head. It's actually not that good to do after a night of drinking. Found it quite unsettling at times. My next interactive show is here at the Traverse Theatre. It's called En Route. It's billed as a journey through the streets of Edinburgh, a love song to the city. I know I'm going to have to do quite a bit of walking, but other than that, I've no idea what's in store. I feel a bit like I might be about to be pounced on. I'm not quite sure who's part of the show and who isn't here. Do you think was that part of the show? Was that an actress or not? I don't know. Oh, hello, yes I am. So, I give this lady my phone number, and I'm told I'll be texted a series of instructions, bit by bit, throughout my journey. Then, she gives me an MP3 player with 15 tracks on it, and tells me to play track 1 as I go down the stairs. I'll receive a text with my next instruction when I get to the bottom.
Some people traverse the city by their eyes, some by habit, some by heart.
I know Edinburgh really, really well. I've been coming here since I was a student, and you don't always look at your surroundings. The music and the commentary forced you to take a moment and to look at things again. I just found that actually it kind of really focused all my senses. I became much more acutely aware of things.
Find a wall to lean against. Continue on when you're ready.
You feel a sense of abundant opportunities as you're walking through the thing, listening to the commentary. You're not sure who's an actor, who's part of it and who's not. Potentially the whole of the street, all the crowds on the street are people who might be part of this and might come up to you. And it's quite disorientating at times.
In this place, I am pushed back, pressed, arrested. Pushed back to a particular, to a now, to here. In the noise, in the drivenness, in the forgetting of it all, to an act of quiet intimacy.
Most Edinburgh shows, you're the audience, you haven't invested that much in the show, you know, apart from the ticket price. In this, you really do feel part of it, and as much as they were generating my journey, I was too. It was all about how I was experiencing the city through the opportunities they were offering me, the kind of turns they were making me take.
Say out loud a word you feel the city would like to hear. Speak it out and watch it drift over the city.
Happy. My final show is The Bench. I'm given instructions to go to a park bench where another audience member, a total stranger, will be waiting for me. I'm told not to talk to her, but just to take the headphones she holds out and then follow their instructions.
Don't sit there as though you're expecting something, or someone, or something of someone. Don't sit like people at the theatre. Don't forget you're 2 out of millions and or billions of people across the world sitting on benches at this very moment in time.
The bench was very intimate, actually. It's very strange having this assignation in the park with a complete stranger. But because again of that thing of the sound being in your head, it does heighten the whole experience.
Let's play a game of word association.
Let's play a game of word association.
By way of getting to know each other better.
By way of getting to know each other better.
Okay.
People tend to censor themselves.
People tend to censor themselves.
But I want you to say the first word that comes into your head.
But I want you to say the first word that comes into your head.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Sea.
Sea.
A boat. Thrown about.
I said the first thing that comes into your head.
The first thing that comes into your head.
And try to be concise.
And try to be concise. There are lots of shows here in Edinburgh that make demands on you as an audience member and involve you in different ways. But the 3 I've done today have interacted with me in quite a unique way, in a way that made me totally oblivious to everything around me, apart from this voice in my head telling me what to do. And that's quite special, I think. I think that's something that you couldn't achieve sitting in a theatre. The only trouble is now, though, that without the voice in my headphones, I don't know what to do. Where shall I go?